The city of yes is the city of no. We have Assemblyman Speaker Sam Pizzolo. Come on.
Come on up, Sam.
Good afternoon, Staten Island. How are you?
Right.
Are we ready to say no to the city of yes? No! No to the city of yes. Listen, it's crazy what's going on with this mayor thinks he's going to implement. Here on Staten Island, I think we're pretty good, right? All of our city council people are no for the city of yes. But you need to reach out to your friends and your families in the other boroughs, and you need to put the pressure there. We've got our job done here. Imagine that the mayor wants to allow in a residential street absolutely the bypassing of all city zoning, so a developer can come in and put a four-story, two-story, whatever they want, and not even have to consult with community boards and civic organizations like yours. So thank you to the Staten Island Civics for getting this organized. But the mayor has to understand the city of yes should be the city of no. And I'd like to thank my Assembly colleague, for coming to Staten Island. The city of mess is exactly what we're talking about. You're talking about residential neighborhoods with one-family homes, maybe two-family homes, mother-daughter houses that are going to have 4 families, 2 stories, 3 stories, multiple dwelling apartment units with absolutely no consideration to the people in those communities. And if Mayor Adams, that's how you want to leave this city, with no consideration to the people who live here, you pick the right borough, because this is Staten Island. We've kicked ass before, and we're going to do it again. The city of yes is a no. Thank you.
You know, Sam made a good point. She made a good point, because we started our South Beach Civic Association because of the down zoning that was going on. The zoning was off, and we started the Civic Association 20-something years ago because of that. I beg of all of you, don't leave Staten Island. It's a beautiful borough. Don't say I'm done and out of here. Let's fight together. Democrat, Republican, Conservative. I don't care if you believe in a dog. You have to do something. You have to stand together on this issue. Our elected officials back there, we have good elected officials, and they will work with us. I see too many people leaving this beautiful borough, and it makes me very sad and upset. I've been here since I'm 7 years old, and to see what they want to do and destroy it, you can't go away. You have to stay and fight. It's so important. And what I would like to implement to the elected officials, we have to get the word out. Not too many people know what the city of yes is. I mean, we have a civic association, and I talk to them all the time. And they go, what is the city of yes? People don't know. I bet half these people riding by don't even know. We have to somehow get the word out better than we have been. Thank you so much. I have Tyra.
Call Adrian Adams, the New York City Council Speaker. They're going to do the final vote in a few weeks. Contact Adrian Adams.
Karen from Congresswoman Nicole Maltaka.
How are you all? This is what I love about Staten Island. This is what I love about Staten Island. We are a united front. It doesn't matter who you represent. We just want you to know that in Congress, the Congresswoman represents you all. And we've heard you loudly. The city of yes does not belong in Staten Island. This is a very different type of community. It doesn't belong anywhere in the city, but we want you to know that we are partnering with you, and Congress will do everything we can with our elected officials here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim. You know, I'd like to just also mention that with all this planning, that city planning has shoved down our throats, not coming to speak with us personally, the homeowners, residents, they put their plan together, they went to community boards, they went to community boards showing their plan, where everybody from the communities then found out, they went to community boards and everybody said, no, we don't want it. 95% of the community boards throughout the whole 5 boroughs voted no against the city of yes plans. But yet, New York City itself, most of them community boards voted yes. Of course, because it's that type of lifestyle in New York City. But the question that I have to ask is the power. Community board is supposed to be the power behind anything when you go to them for an approval. If they don't get the approval from community board, then they go to BSA. Board of Standard Appeals, and that Board of Standard Appeals writes it off. Yes, okay, you can do it. What happened to the power of the community boards? This has to be reestablished, put back into effect. They have the power.
Yes, yes.
Why are we here fighting when that should have been taken care of already? They voted no. Now this apparently is going to go through the council. And God bless our council members. They do the right thing for us.
Yeah, very soon. That's why we're allowed to have.
We have another speaker, Steve Barrison, from Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay.
Hey guys, how you doing? You guys over there, come on in closer. We got all talk here. I gotta have a little talk with you. My name is Steve Barrison. I've been active since 1983, all over the city. I started that term, overdevelopment, in front of city council for years. I came here to Staten Island in the 90s with Greet the Streets by the ferry with the State Board New York Main Street Alliance. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Small Business Congress, and I'm a real estate attorney who knows a little bit about this stuff. So let me tell you what the big lie is. I listen to everybody talk. The most important thing to understand is all you hear on the news every day is we need more housing, right? We've all heard it.
Right.
You need more housing. There's not enough housing. There's no place for anybody to live. Then why is New York steadily losing population?
Yeah.
Check it out, fact check it, look it up.
Right.
Now I'm going to give you the answer. Number one, there are many empty units in New York City. I know this as a real estate attorney. Private, government-owned, state-owned, city-owned, people internationally owned in co-ops, condos, and there's boarded-up buildings that are thousands, probably tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 units. That's number one. Number two, they want to change the zoning. Why? To build more housing. Because we need more, right? Wrong. The zoning right now, ask anybody that does city planning, any real estate attorney that knows about zoning, we have enough in the zoning right now as we stand here to build 5 million more units. Some people say 6 million. I think it's a little higher, but even 5 or 6 million, Mayor Adams wants 500,000 in the next 10 years, which we all know that's a dream. So what are they doing? They're taking away the voice of us. They're taking away the voice of the people. City council people no longer will be able to have an up or down vote on these things because they're now doing one size fits all. When we spoke in Queens yesterday and the Bronx, and then we were in Brooklyn, and now here we are in Staten Island, I said something came to mind at the second here press conference. Look, I said it yesterday, it worked, everybody understands. All of us here, if you looked at, are wearing different shoes, right? Imagine if tomorrow the law passed and everybody had to wear a size 9 black Nike. That's it. I don't care if your feet are bigger, smaller, uncomfortable, women want it. No, everybody's got to wear the same shoes. That's it. Whether they fit, they don't fit. That's what they're doing to the zoning, right? Yeah. Okay, I can go on and on. Changing zoning in one little area of your community takes 5-10 years. They're doing the whole city during COVID while we were asleep, and they're voting on it this Tuesday. This is it. The hearing is Tuesday. They're voting in a few weeks. Tuesday's the day to make noise. Write in, email, Zoom in. Adrian Adams, the speaker, every single person here, I don't care. It doesn't matter that you're from Staten Island. Get every family member, every civic member, all your neighbors. Let her phone be ringing off the hook. Call, email, leave messages with her staff. Tell her we know you're going to run for higher office or whatever. We're watching you. And the 34 other council people that are up for re-election next year, we're going to watch how you vote too. Because you don't vote right, we're going to vote you out across the city. All right. I know you're united in Staten Island, but believe it or not, except for Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, we're all united on this.
That's right.
So what do you got to do when you hear the big lie in New York City? You got to say no. What do you got to say? No. All right, I'm going to go around. Where are people from? Where are you from in Staten Island?
Westerly.
What do they say in Westerly?
No.
Where are you from? Richmond Town. What do they say? No. Anybody else? Where are you from? Tiger Hills. Tiger Hills. What do you say? No. Where are you from? South Beach. What do they say? No. Who else?
Middletown.
What do they say? No. No. People in the back. Where are you from? What do they say? No. Oakwood. No. Anybody else?
Totterville.
No. Okay, so we were up in the Bronx. You know what they said in Bronx? No. You know what they said in Queens? No. The other day in Brooklyn? No. We're here in the great borough of Staten Island. What do we say? No. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody.
ladies, gentlemen, we have another speaker here, Jessica Scala-Spanton's rep, Paul. Paul. Come on, Paul.
Save the best for last, Paul.
You always have the last. Always.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here representing New York State Senator Jessica Scala-Spanton. I'm glad to be here to represent the community and support them. Thank you, Joe, for inspiring everyone to come out here, putting out flyers, telling people to come out. We believe the community should have more of a say in this type of situation because we live here and it's really important to us. So thank you for everyone who came out, and thank you, Joe and Ro, for bringing everyone together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. You know, really, for everybody to come out here on a beautiful Saturday like this, I know people want to go pumpkin picking or finish apple picking, be with your family. Beautiful day that we're out here trying to do something that we shouldn't need to be doing. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all of our Staten Island Civic United leaders that are out here today, all the different civic groups, organizations. We have one more good speaker. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, wait.
Jeff, come on, my show, man.
All right, this is, apparently I mentioned already, Governor Hochul, actually I don't think I did mention, Governor Hochul brought this plan up 2 years ago in her budget secretly, that we did not know about this ADUs. This was thrown in secretly that clearly we found out from then the next gentleman is going to speak. Where we went together, we rallied at Burger Avenue, Hyland Boulevard. All of our elected officials came out representing us and helping us opposing Governor Hochul's ADUs. Assembly and state senators voted it down and threw it out the door. Governor Hochul then took it out and it was no longer. She tried to do it again the second year. The state senators and state assembly voted against it. It was thrown out. And I did say this though, it then went to Mayor Adams, where Adams took it and put it on steroids. We have here with us today now Paul Graziano from Queens. He represents us also. Paul represents us with the Staten Island Civics United, and also we hired him as our lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer.
Our consultant. But this is, thanks to Paul, we would have never known about this what Governor Hochul tried to do. Paul, come on up, Paul.
Thank you. Hi there, everybody. How are you? Good to see everybody. So, oh, you're welcome. Of course I'm going to be here. So, thank you everybody for putting this on. You know, this is capping a week of rallies and press conferences. We had one in Brooklyn on Wednesday. We had one in the Bronx and one in Queens on Thursday. We have Staten Island today. Monday, everybody, Monday, 1 p.m. Monday, we are having a rally in City Hall Park, south end of City Hall Park, 1 p.m. If you can make it, come. We did this in June. We had a fantastic turnout. We got great press, and we absolutely brought our position into the forefront of all of this. So, city of yes is city of no. It's a city of mess. It's the city of stress. You can name whatever you want to call it. It's a nightmare, right? And as Joe was saying, we're in year 4 of this, where we haven't stopped. It was the Speaker of the City Council, Corey Johnson. He tried to do it first. Then Governor Hochul 2 years in a row. We stopped them together. Doesn't matter what party, Democrats, Republicans, Martians, it doesn't matter, right? We stood together. I live in Eastern Queens. Eastern Queens is a lot like Staten Island. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. We have the largest amount of one-family zoning in the city of New York, and most of the two-family zoning, along with Staten Island. We are in the crosshairs. You're in the crosshairs. So Southern Brooklyn and the North and East Bronx, all of the lower density residential communities in the city, we are the targets. They're also looking at the higher density areas, but the lower density areas, they have stated, we are the cause
of the housing crisis. They have stated this publicly. They have said other nonsense like, this is for racial justice. I can tell you that the folks in Southeast Brooklyn who aren't white, and the folks in Southeast Queens who aren't white, and the folks in the North Bronx who aren't white, and the folks where I live who are primarily Asian, not white. Everybody's united in opposition to this, and we're tired of the propaganda. We're tired of the lies from this administration, and everybody should know there is no question that the city of Yes is connected directly with the indictments of Mayor Adams. There's no question. So every council person in this city should know. Every person in this city, every council person should know there is no way that they should be even considering this. This is a tainted process. We do not have a housing crisis. We have an affordability crisis, and that has nothing to do with this. We have 800,000 more units than we did in 1960, and we have the same population. We have 150,000 units of housing that have been approved in the last 6 months. And yet we have a housing crisis, and that's without the city of Yes. So we need to say, I can't do it as good as Steve. No. Right? No. To the city of Yes. No. And let's make sure that we call them out on their gaslighting and lies. And that includes their allies, Mayor Adams' allies, which are some of the council members and some of the state senators and assembly members. And REBNY, the Real Estate Board of New York, and the Citizens Housing and Planning Council, which sounds real nice, but it's all developers. And the New York Housing Conference, which supposedly is for nonprofit and affordable, which is mostly with developers. All of these groups, they're all the problem. They are not representing our interests. We make up who's a homeowner here?
All of us.
Right. Homeowners make up 1/3 of the city. But guess what? It's 72% of Staten Island. And outside of Astoria and Long Island City, which we call Manhattan adjacent at this point, it's 55% in Queens. The national average is 62%. We're at 31% in this city.
Can I say something? They don't represent the homeowners, they represent the big donors.
There you go. There we go. I always love a good one from Steve. He's good with it. So, but he's right.
He's absolutely
When you look at the money that has gone to the mayor and gone to other people in favor, they're all taking the money and they're recycling it. The money is given to the mayor and then they get it back. And it goes on a continuous cycle. For those of you who are interested, yesterday I released a huge report and it's up on my Twitter feed. It's on the Paul Graziano. If you type in Paul Graziano City of Yes, please read it, download it, even look at what we posted up. I guarantee you will be not only shocked but disgusted and enraged. That's why you need to show up on Monday and you need to show up on Tuesday. Please go on the City Council website, sign up to speak. If you don't want to show up, which is understandable, go on Zoom. They're anticipating that this hearing will be longer than the one that we had in July, which went for 15 hours straight.
You mean we're going to get on after 8 o'clock midnight?
Midnight. They're saying 9:30 to midnight. So I highly recommend, please do it. Do it. Wait to hear your name and do your 2 minutes. You're going to get 2 minutes and tell them, no. Tell them, how dare you want to replace my homeowning community with market rate and luxury rental apartments? Because that's exactly what this is. Removing home ownership and replacing it with a developer's dream. So on that note, thank you so much. And let's keep going Monday and Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. All right, Jack. Jack, come on up.
Oh, Jack.
Let's go, Jack.
Now that race, everybody knows Jack.
Let's go, Jack.
Yeah, how you doing, everyone? Thanks for coming. Cliff Hagan. I'm a member of the Protectors of Pine Oak Woods. and Cliff Hagan, the former president, gave me something to read. I'm not good at reading. But I'll basically summarize, and I don't want to repeat what anybody else said. But basically, Cliff is a member of Community Board 3, totally against this city of Yes. Community Board 2 is against it. Community Board 1 is against it. And the majority of Staten Islanders, if they understood, would be against this because it's going to destroy middle-class residential neighborhoods. But anyway, our residential neighborhoods are going to be destroyed. What's going to happen when people rent out rooms, attics, basements, garages? Who are these people going to be? Who's going to be renting these type of establishments? Years ago, when I got out of the Navy, I worked in the Veterans Hospital upstate, and there was what they call flop houses. And at that time, I had a living one. The neighborhood was a disaster. Crime. There was a lot of crime. There's burglaries all over. We don't want that to happen in our neighborhoods. Our homes are our biggest investment. We don't want to see anything deteriorated. And this plan for the city, yes, is to end zoning. Basically, they want to end zoning. They want to decrease the value of our homes so they could come in, the big shots, the people with the money who's doing all the donations, they could come in and buy the homes cheaply. Then they could build their high rises because there's no more zoning. Zoning was the best thing we ever had because this is what preserves Staten Island as it is. It gives us character, it gives us a quality of life. If we don't protect it, if you don't get your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, anybody you know out to protest this, what's going to happen is we are going to have a really declining neighborhood. And it's going to happen quickly. It will happen fast. So we have to stand together, which we're doing. Let everyone know that the city of Yes is no good. That's basically what I want to say. Thank you. You got it.
You know, yeah. You know, as I stated, mentioned already, let's trash this plan, City of Yes. Everybody's against it. Why you keep on coming after us and bother us our quality of life issues? Get rid of this plan, trash it. Let's take care of the infrastructure first in Staten Island, what we need. What we need, schools, more police, hospitals, fire, sanitation, adequate roadways to drive on, roadways with the DOT, that the timing signals have something in our favor to make things work so that we can have a better life here in Staten Island. Not trying to destroy it with additional dwelling units, more buildings, no parking. Let's take this whole plan, take it back to City Hall. Sit down with homeowners. The real homeowners are the boroughs, not the politicians, not anybody else, your planning people. Sit down with the homeowners, the residents who have lived here so many years that know of the situations that we're going through and ask them, what do you need? What do you think we should build? Let's stop the nonsense and the madness. Let's do the right thing for the Staten Island citizens and also for all the other boroughs.
Right.
Is there anybody else that...
I got to answer something. Jack just gave me, that was very good, Jack. When all these houses being built, there'd be an overload of electricity, so we could have fires. I mean, that's a very good point, Jack. I mean,
what will happen with the homes, especially the older homes, is that you'll overload the circuits. If you're going to be renting out apartments and garages, you can overload your circuits. And some of the breakers may not trip. You have fires. And if the streets are congested with more traffic and parking problems, how are emergency vehicles going to get to the site?
And Jack, no infrastructure is included in this proposal. None.
Right. Yeah, there's no infrastructure. Our infrastructure is already stressed as it is. This is a disaster. It's only for the wealthy to make more money to build it.
if you went on Father Cap just a little while ago, a couple of hours ago, they're doing something for the sanitation. Look at the traffic.
It's madness.
Look at the traffic. It's madness. How we would get off this island if there was a natural disaster? and you want to add more homes here and more houses, not fair. But again, I said it earlier, do not leave Staten Island. Do not leave this beautiful borough. Stand together and fight. Again, I don't care what political you come from, just stand here and fight together. We could win this. We won a lot of issues. A lot of you here, a lot of civic associations, we stood tall and we won. We can do this. We got good support. We have another up until 1 o'clock to use our voices, so please don't leave. And I thank all those who are reporting and helping us out to get this out. And thank everyone.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. To all the boroughs, we're all in this together.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you to Charlie Olson also for filming. Joe. ETV. Thank you, ETV. Charlie Olson. Also, Tommy Miller. And Virginia here. Came all the way from Bridgman to be here with us. Thank you. Thank you so much. A VA veteran that's lived here all his life.
And he came out. Thank you, Tom.
That's it. Good night, Joel.
That'll be nice.
I retired. Good.